So this is our part 8 of pivot tables, and we are actually going to check on calculated items. So when it comes to our products here, you will actually realize that we do not have the pineapples. Now, suppose you would actually want to introduce the pineapples, but the total amount for the pineapples will actually be equivalent to 2 times the amount of mangoes. So pineapples is actually equivalent to 2 into amount for the mangoes. That is, the amount of pineapples sold is actually twice the amount of mangoes sold. So how are we actually going to introduce that inside our pivot table report? So stay tuned. So we are actually checking on the amounts and the products. So let's actually go into the pivot table report first. We go step by step. So amount into the values like that, and the products into the rows, just like that first. So we have actually been told that the amount for the pineapples is actually twice the amount for the mangoes, which is actually equivalent to 2 times 57 or 79, which will actually get you something like 114, something close to that. So something very close to 114,000. So that will be for the pineapples. So how do we actually introduce that, given that we do not actually want to use the formulas and the functions inside Excel? So what you have to do is that you click inside one of the items. You have to be very keen, because if you click on the sum of amount and get yourself inside the pivot table analyze tab, then you click on calculations group here, then you select on this point, then you come to this point here, you'll actually check that calculated item is actually deactivated, because you have to click on one of the items. So one of our items is actually broccoli, or you can pick on the banana, or you can pick on the mango, or even the carrots. So one item. So after picking one of them like that, you come to this point here, pivot table analyze tab, calculations group, click on this point here. Now you can actually check that calculated item has been activated. So you have to click on one of the items. That's actually the condition. So click on it like that. Then you come to this point here. It will actually ask you, what item are you introducing? So the name of the item to be inserted into the product. So the name of the item is actually pineapple like that. Then the formula will actually be equivalent to 2 times the total for the mango. So 2 times, then you open the bracket. So select the mango like that, click on it like that, then insert, then you close. So 2 times the amount for the mango, which is actually 57,079, which is very close to 114,000, just like that. So the moment I actually hit OK in this point here, check what actually happens. So we have the pineapple, which has actually been introduced into the products. So it's actually a calculated item. We have used an existing item to calculate this pineapple, and the amount is actually 114,158. Now, how do we actually modify this calculated item, and how do we also delete it? Before we continue, make sure you actually subscribe to this YouTube channel and also follow me on my X account, so that you can build this Excel account. So that's all. Now, I know you will actually be interested in this point here. If you have some templates to be worked on, you can actually get me the task. I'll actually design for you the templates, manage it for you, and also deliver. And that will be $50 per month. So that's actually a monthly retainer, $50 every month. For the one-time task on the templates, let's say, for example, if you need me to design for you the ultimate business dashboards, the personal finance and budget trackers, inventory management systems, AI-powered reporting templates, HR and payroll trackers, sales performance trackers, all those kinds of templates, I'll actually do so, and these are actually the prices, very cheap. You can also get me the projects, and this one is actually one of the top deals that I do have for the monthly retainers. This is actually for the monthly subscription. So if your work is actually running every month, then you would better subscribe to this one here. That's the Cloud in Excel prompting, dashboards and charts, automation, pivot tables and models, Power BI, financial forecast, templates management. I will actually do all this work at $550 every month, and this will actually make your work to be very simple. So I'll help you solve all those problems that you have when it comes to data analytics. For the one-time task, that's the AI-powered dashboard designs, AI data analysis and insights, AI automation and smart macros, AI enhanced Power BI reports. These ones are actually their prices from $150 all the way to $300. Very favorable prices. And one of the best deals that we do have here is you accessing all these courses in my Google Drive account at just $100. Imagine I have all these courses on Microsoft Excel, yes, inclusive of the statistical test. I have all these courses on Microsoft Excel, and you can actually access all of them at $100 in my Google Drive account. And when my website is actually back, you will actually be shifted into the website, so you can actually access them on the website. Accessing all this content at $100 when the deal will actually be going at $945. Imagine that. That's actually insane. So it's actually one payment and lifetime access. So this is basically available to the first 25 clients only. So to actually communicate on the templates, on the projects, and on the courses, use this email here so that you can actually talk business. Now let's actually see how we can modify this calculated item, and also how we can delete it completely. So you also come to this point here, which is actually the pivot table analyze tab, calculations group. You click on it like that, click on the calculated item. Then you have to select the item itself, which is actually the pineapple, so that the formula can actually pop up. So click on it like that. Now you can actually check the formula there. So what if it was actually 2 into the cells for the orange? So you click on the orange like that, or you double click. That's, you click on it once, then you hit on insert. Let me actually show you. So you can actually click on it once like that, then you hit on insert item, it will be inserted, or you just have to double click on it. So double click, and that's it. So what if we have actually modified it so that it is 2 times the amount for the orange? So you can actually check that the orange is actually 104,438. So 2 times this one here will actually be something very close to 208,876. Something like that. So the moment I hit OK there, check what actually happens. I have 208,876. So that's basically how you can do the modification when it comes to the calculated item. Now, how do you actually delete this? So we would actually want to delete this calculated item. So inside the pivot table analyze tab again, calculations group, click on this down arrow there, calculated item, click on it there. On this point here, you have to click on the down arrow, select on the pineapple, and hit on delete. So click on delete like that, then hit on OK. The moment I actually hit on OK here, I'll have it disappearing, and the grand totals will also reduce by this amount here for the pineapples. Remember, this grand totals has actually included the one for the pineapples. So the moment I actually remove the pineapples, the grand total will also shift from 123 all the way to 123,810 minus 208,876. So okay. So you can now check that the grand total has actually shifted from 123 all the way to 102, and the pineapple is now missing. So that's it about the calculated item, and thanks for watching. So that's all about video number 8 when it comes to the pivot tables. Let's also check our video number 9.